Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first show of 2025, the Comedy Cellar Tuesdays with me, Dave Juskow, and Mike Suarez. It is what? Oh, hi. Yeah. Sorry. You were like, oh, you pronounced my name wrong. Hello, Catalina. Nice to see you. JWB 671 from Hawaii. Hello, Anonymous. Happy New Year, everybody. It is January 7th. This is our first show of the new year. I don't mind telling you that our last show of 2024 was fantastic. At least I thought it was. I hope you had a great time. I had an amazing time. I thought it was one of the best shows we've ever done. David Tell in a good mood just brings happiness. It's so funny that Nick wasn't even there for the beginning, and it still worked, and I wasn't angry. You can't get angry at Nick just because he's sleepy. By the way, if you didn't hear my podcast this week, he just fell asleep. I thought there was train trouble. That wasn't the case. Catalina, as soon as we talk about Nick. Yeah, you didn't know?
Well, that's what what's his face had, though. He had train trouble, though, right?
Yes, Russ had train trouble.
Yeah.
Attell walked. I took the bike, and
what's his face?
Fell asleep. Which
Russ
is exactly. I mean, his email is Sleepy Nick, or his Instagram. So, at least he lives up to it. It's not like he looks like he hasn't been sleeping when you meet him.
He's sleepy like a cartoon mouse.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. So I gotta say, yeah, Catalina, 2 days in a good mood at the same time. It was great. Thanks, Catalina. It was so much fun. My 500th podcast for my show, I put it up for Juskow in the City. We got over 1,000 views last week. I mean, everybody seemed to enjoy it. The looking at the comics and trying to remember their names and what they did, where they came from, where they went, if they're alive, was so much fun. I love to tailor make the show for my guests, and hopefully it spills out to you guys. That's the other thing. Remember, I said, you can come on, and I mentioned this on Juskow in the City. I apologize for not bringing everybody on. I just didn't know how the flow of the show was going to work, and it was just working, and it didn't seem like a time to break and talk to everybody, even though we were able to talk to everybody in the chat room, which is so fine. So, just again, I wasn't sure what kind of mood David Tell was going to be in, and that was everything. And with him that way, and I didn't expect him to be so joyful and doing bits in the shower and all that kind of stuff. It was really terrific. And thank you so much for watching it and joining us and being in the chat room and enjoying it, I think, as much as we did, right, Mike? I mean, it was so much fun.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, big laughs. You can hear it, like, again, you can hear all the audio again, just on Juskow in the City, and clearly called the 500th episode. So it was good times. I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's and Christmas. Mike, what did you do on New Year's Eve?
I just went to a comics party that was here. His family had a party.
That's what Alon did. I think he went to Mark Norman's house.
Oh, wow.
I stayed home. I went out Sunday night to the Stone Pony in Asbury Park, got really fucked up, slept at a rest area on the Parkway, went to work the next day. So I was out of it, and I got sick, and I wasn't feeling well already on that Sunday. I haven't been sick in like 5 years, but I was definitely had like a sore throat, or not even a sinus thing, but just like, I don't know, something in my throat. So I took a NyQuil at 7:00 and woke up at 3 a.m, and New Year's was already over, thank God. Because when I do stay at home, I usually don't like to watch the ball. I don't want to see what's going on. I don't want any FOMO. I just usually watch 90s television. So it's, nobody remembers what's happening. Nobody knows about COVID. Nobody knows about 9/11. It's that's where you want to be if you're home alone on New Year's Eve. But I was actually happy I got sick, and I was glad I went out, 2 nights before. I felt like that was my New Year's. I never go out on Sundays. So to have such a good time like that. Anonymous is going to the Stone Pony in March. And to see my friend perform again, I'll be talking about it more on Juskow in the City this week. To see my friend performing up there with the Stone Pony behind him, I got some photos. really terrific. If you join Patreon, you can see him. Really, really terrific. Really exciting. Because that's a legendary place. And I didn't even feel old there. I mean, I probably was the oldest one, but it's definitely people. I don't think there was anybody in their 20s or 30s there. I think everybody was like in their 40s or 50s. So I didn't even feel old. I felt good. It was a strange 60 degrees day, which is so crazy because there's like 13 degrees here in the city today. It's really windy, so it feels like 6 degrees. And I got lucky on this one day, so I was able to wear a perfect jacket for a rock club, as the old people call it. Just got lucky that on December 29th, it was 60 degrees outside. So, because you don't want to be wearing my idiot jacket at the Stone Pony, because where are you going to put it? I don't think they have a coat check. I don't know how it works there. I've only been there now twice. But it is freezing in the city. Also, remember, this is a Comedy Cellar show. If you were to come down here tonight, boy, there's an incredible show going on at 7:30 tonight at the original Comedy Cellar place. Because remember, we have 9 shows a night, 4 different rooms. But if you went to the 7:30 show, you'd see Greer Barnes, who's incredible, by the way, if you've never seen Greer. Alex Edelman, who I think was maybe nominated for, I don't think he was nominated for a Golden Globe, but he's been nominated. He had an HBO special, which is incredible. And Dave Attell, all in the same show at the 7:30 show. So that's a hell of a lineup. And it's not, you love Alex Edelman, of course. And, that's something. And there's more shows where that came from. And this is the Comedy Cellar and the place to be. And of course, we have our Vegas room with our friend Mark Coco Cohen. No guest today. I just thought it would be a good, just me and Mike, welcoming everybody back from the new year, doing a little house cleaning since we haven't been doing any shows for the past 3 weeks. And before I start, I want to read actually an ad for a friend that just did me a big favor and made some digital contact for me. His site is called Buck Soup, BuckSoup, and that moment when you're at a concert or a sporting event or even a crowded flea market, and you think, man, if I could just get $1 from everyone here, I'd be set. Well, that's exactly the thought that inspired the folks over at BuckSoup.com. Buck Soup is a brand new marketplace where creatives like you can sell digital goods for just $1. Beats, crafts, photos, games, graphic design, you name it. If it can be digitalized, it can be monetized. And if you're looking to snag some great digital finds yourself, you can shop too. And Buck Soup isn't just easy, it's fair. They offer one of the most generous cuts in the game. So while you're selling quality goods at an unbeatable price, you're also keeping more of what you earn compared to other platforms. It's all about volume and building a fun community of talented creators. So if you've got digital products ready to go or new ideas you've been sitting on, why wait? Head to BuckSoup.com and start selling today. Buck Soup, the digital dollar store. He's a great guy. I've known him for a long time. We hang out whenever I'm in California. He's in my football pool for a year. I went to college with his brother, and we always have a lovely time. He's a total trustworthy guy. So, I don't really understand all that digital content stuff for sale, but it is my pleasure to give him a promotion because I don't know whether, I think I showed you on my Patreon page the work he did for me, and it was really, really terrific. Also, our Mistapicks, what a run. It really was incredible. I know I was like, when we kind of lost but covered the spread, I'm like, no, it's okay. But it was clearly, you could feel it coming to an end. And then, of course, the week after that, we just lost. So it just petered out. But what a run. What a run. I mean, really, Mike, right? It was incredible. 15 weeks of winners. I think we should probably try it again for the playoffs.
Yeah, sure.
Now that I think about it, I have more packets of cards. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to do because they have to be in the playoffs.
I know, but maybe we can give it a try. Maybe we'll get a pack and we'll try it a different way, I guess. Yeah, thanks, Catalina. My eyes are better. much better. The sty went away, but they're still feeling. I still just have a lot of problems with them. I think I look at the computer too long. Definitely look at my phone too long. If I'm tired, they're just red. I got to put like hot compresses on it, and but thank you for asking. That's very kind. Yeah. So, Mike, as Catalina's saying, what did Santa get you? Did you have a nice Christmas as well?
Oh yeah, my Christmas was great. I what did I get? It's only like 2 weeks ago. I got a hand mixer, some clothes, and things I needed.
A hand mixer?
Yeah, like you ever seen those before?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're talking about like when you put it in like a thing to make like a shake or something like that.
Yeah, emulsion, I think is what it's also called.
Right.
So.
That's pretty cool. I went to Rachel Feinstein's for Christmas, and I bought her daughter a designer book of pink matches. She's 4, and I thought it would be hilarious to give matches to a child whose dad is the fire chief in New York City, and it was funny.
Okay.
But at first, we don't have. Rachel just asked me, "Do you have that on video?" And I'm like, "No." I didn't realize your reactions were going to be priceless. Like Rachel and the other moms that were shocked. They totally fell for it because I was like, "Oh, right, your dad's the fire chief." I mean, it worked like exactly the way I wanted it to. I just, how can I be so stupid as to not have it on video? I should have said, "Hey, Tim," I just didn't know it would go over as well as I planned it in my head. So, more on that in Just Get in the City. Let's just, I want to tell you about the congestion pricing that started here in Manhattan today or yesterday. What happens now is that anybody that drives into the city below 60th Street, and I live below 60th Street, the Comedy Cellar is below 60th Street. If you're coming in to drive into the Comedy Cellar, you instantly get charged $9 as soon as you enter Manhattan. It's awful, and everybody's pissed. Mostly the people that live here, let alone if you drive in every day. I don't know why you'd do that, but I guess some people do. I don't know what their deal is for trucks and things like that, but they're going to make a fortune, which of course is their plan. Say it's for the MTA to better the subway system. Let's see if that works. Yeah, they just jacked up the prices. Anonymous is saying for taxi, they just jacked up the prices on the city bikes too, all because of this congestion pricing. It's really awful. It's just the worst thing that's ever happened. Like, it's just so bad. So today, I was just reading that there's a guy who lives, and he's, obviously wealthy. He lives on 5th Avenue and 61st Street. And obviously he has money to, as do I suppose, that a weekly extra $9 isn't that horrible. But it's the principle, of course. So this poor guy who lives on 61st and 5th Avenue, his garage in his home leads right out only to 5th Avenue, just like mine only leads out to 56, and I have to go past Trump Tower and everything, right? Because it's always one-way streets. So he's on 5th Avenue, and there's no way. He's trying to go uptown, but there's no way to go uptown. He has to go to 59th Street to make a left or a right because the park is there. So he can't even go through the park or anything. So if he wants to go to 72nd Street, he gets charged $9 because he has to go to 59th first and then come back.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine leaving your driveway, going to pick up your children or your friend for 2 seconds, then going backwards, and you just get automatically charged $9? It's awful. Awful.
Sucks.
Yeah. That really sucks. Obviously, somebody who lives on 5th Avenue, we don't have to feel too bad about, but it's just frustrating. And so this means you come out of the Lincoln Tunnel, which I believe is $15, and then they tack on an additional $9 every time I come back into the city from school or my mom's. I'm so pissed. I'm trying to contain myself right now. On a lighter note, Krispy Kreme and Pop-Tarts have gotten together, and now Krispy Kreme will be selling a Pop-Tart related donut, which is the strawberry, and of course my favorite, the chocolate fudge and the cinnamon brown sugar, which everybody loves those Pop-Tarts. That's like in Pulp Fiction. They even have that, except it's not Pop-Tart brand. But that's exciting. If I continue to take the train to try and get out of the surge pricing or the congestion pricing to go to college, go to school, there is a Krispy Kreme down there. So maybe I can try these. Yes, Anonymous, it is a total recipe for diabetes. But then, why would you be eating Krispy Kreme donuts if you gave a shit about sugar? And for a treat, I'm sure it's awesome. Also, I don't know whether you heard about, it's so weird, Aubrey Plaza, the actress.
Yeah.
You heard about her husband committing suicide?
No.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was married.
Yeah.
And her husband committed suicide on Friday. And it's not funny. He seemed like a decent guy. It's just weird because she's such a goth, kind of downer girl, even though her downer is funny. This just makes sense that this would happen to her. I'm sure she's a delight and maybe fun to be around, but she's a good actress and all that. But
or maybe not.
So weird for that to happen to her, of all people. So that was, but maybe that's the reason. Like he couldn't take it anymore. Like, dude, you're bringing me down every day.
Just the constant eye roll his entire.
Right? Can you imagine? But she's so good in My Old Ass and Parks and Rec and stuff. So if you've seen My Old Ass, you should watch it. She's very good in that. That's a fun movie that our friend Wayne Fetterman told us about a couple weeks ago, and I watched it on his recommendation. That's what I meant. Also, they made a list of the top 10 comedy specials of 2024. And number 4 on the list was Dave Attell, Hot Cross Buns, which made me very happy because that's the way it should be. And Ronnie Chang was number 3. He's our friend. He has not been on the show yet, but he will be. Nikki Glazer was number 2. That makes a lot of sense. She's very hot right now. And Anthony Jeselnik was number 1. You know that, Mike?
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know he was still around.
He was around. I didn't know he had a special out this year.
Yeah, I didn't know either. But at least somebody finally acknowledged Attell as his greatness, and that became number 4. Obviously, Nikki hosted the Golden Globes on Sunday. I had texted her the week before because I didn't know she was doing these NFL roasts on Thursday nights when they have the game on Amazon Prime. If you keep watching, like a half hour later, she comes in and roasts the NFL, and I really liked it. So I told her how much I liked it and congratulated her on the Golden Globes. And she was like, really? She's like, thank you so much. That means so much, because I guess a lot of people don't see her do that because nobody watches after the game's over. But I kept the TV on because I was at my brother-in-law's house, and we just kept it on, and we were just looking at our phones, and then I saw it, and then I heard she was going to be on, so I kept it going, and it was terrific. Yeah. But the funny thing about the Golden Globes is like, first Nikki Glazer was on Howard Stern yesterday, and she was talking, and it's great when she goes on the jokes that they didn't use, and she did one about Ben Affleck, and I hate that guy, as you know. Great joke. She goes, here's to Ben Affleck. I can't wait to see which Jennifer you try to ruin next. Boom. I like that because it's true. And I just wish more people would realize he's toxic. Anyway, with the Golden Globes, never heard of any of the directors nominated. I looked them up. Never heard of one. Never heard of the movies. Now, at first, I thought perhaps it's because I'm old. I haven't heard of the movies. I haven't heard of anything. I was downstairs in my lobby talking to one of the handymen downstairs who's probably in his late 20s or early 30s. He didn't know any of them either. So it's not just me. I think that because there's no movies anymore and there's so many platforms, everything is all fakakta and no one knows what's going on. So I have a list of Anonymous is saying The Brutalist was my favorite movie. Never heard of it. Mike, have you?
No.
Never heard of it. It won Best Picture, and this director, Brady Corbett, won Best Director. Never heard of him. There was no directors like Scorsese or Spielberg or James Cameron. None of the people you've ever heard of in your life was on the list. Del Toro, Guillermo del Toro. No, nobody. Didn't recognize one. It can't just be me.
It's a 3.5 hour movie about a fictional Hungarian architect.
Oh. A week later says, not just you. We were making fun of Gloves, my friend's bar. No one knew what the movie. Okay, great. Thank you. Made me feel better. Now, I've heard of Amelia Perez, which won Best Picture in a Comedy. I have heard of that one. Mostly because Selena Gomez is in it, and I know her. I mean, I've heard of her. Best Actress, Fernanda Torres. Who the hell's that? And the movie I'm Still Here. What is this? Zoe Saldana won Best Supporting Actress. I definitely know her. She's so sexy, for Amelia Perez. So that movie I know because there's people in it that we've heard of. Demi Moore, who we've definitely heard of, won for The Substance, but I never heard of the movie. I mean, what the fuck? I'm glad Demi Moore won, but her speech could suck it. I just wasn't in the mood. Obviously, one of this amazing football game was on, but I kept going back because I'd forgotten they were on, and I was upset that I missed Nikki's monologue, but I saw it on YouTube, and it was great. Really great. And I see Demi Moore win, and I'm listening to her speech, and I'm like, shut up. Like, everybody's speech just sucked. Everyone's. It's just annoying. Now they've just gone to this new level of crap. It's funny that you talk about Guy Pearce, Catalina Anonymous, because I just saw him in a Christmas Carol movie on FX, and it was awful. And I do like him normally. Adrian Brody won Best Actor. I've definitely heard of him. And this guy that won Best Actor, they separate comedy and drama. Sebastian Stan from A Different Man.
Okay. I don't know.
Kieran Culkin won Best Supporting Actor. Him I've heard of. Him I've met for A Real Pain, and him I like. And he is good. And he's a great guy. I saw him in a play with, who is that kid? Michael Cera. And went backstage to say hello. And they were both terrific. And thank goodness Conclave won Best Screenplay. So that's something not only have I heard of, I actually went to the movie theaters to go see, go figure. I love church movies. I don't know why. I couldn't wait. I had to go see it in the movie theater. I saw it by myself. Jesus Christ. So that's the only one I heard of. Conclave, a movie about electing a new pope. I mean, what? I don't know what's happening. So it's not just me. It's maybe a crappy year for movies. That's the only thing to see. How Wicked doesn't win something.
I think you're forgetting about Kung Fu Panda 4.
This is all so bad. So bad. I just don't get it. I'm so glad you guys all agree with me. And it's not just, because you feel like an old man when you don't know what's going on. Obviously, this is an old thing. I sit and watch Saturday Night Live, and they have a musical guest I've never heard of. And now they have hosts I've never heard of. So that is on me. Yeah, Wicked won Best Box Office Achievement. Well, how nice of them to put, well, it should have. I can't wait to see that movie again. It is very good. I have no idea what they're going to do for the second part since they used up all their songs already. So yeah, that's it. So why don't we go into what we've been doing with football and make our picks, and then we'll go to the slides and we'll call it a day.
All right.
Do you have the music for the? It doesn't matter, but do you have it?
Oh, why wouldn't
for the NFL stuff?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right. right, I am sharing my screen.
Yep.
Just this is the culmination. We missed, I think, 3 weeks, but this is what we have for the full results of everything. Mike has now taken over the lead in week 18. Mike had some very good weeks in the pool. I had a horrible week 18, as most people usually do, although I had a really good monetary week 18. I bet all the overs in all 16 games, and they all came in with a tease minus 6 points, and I won. So it was great.
Nice.
But Mike is in the lead. Nick is right behind, and you guys stink this year. I mean, just stink. Or this is Marcy. Sorry. Sorry. So it's actually Marcy. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of you. But Marcy's doing really bad in the sense of just the rest of us. She is in the red. She had a horrible week 18, and she cannot make up. But I would say it's between me and Mike pretty much, as there is just not that many games coming out this time. So, Mike, I can never remember if I have to stop sharing or whether.
Oh yeah, stop and reshare the next day.
Okay, I do have to do it that way. Okay, I will stop and I will reshare this. I just wanted to show you this, even though we're on week 18. This, I'm sharing it now. This is the week 17 celebrity picks with Nick. He went undefeated. He went 5-0. We all did above, 100, above, what do you call it, 50-50, whatever. So I just wanted to show you that Nick kicked ass in week 17. And now I'm going to stop sharing and then show you this past week's. And I am now sharing that screen. So this, we had Sarah make our picks, not on video, of course, but I called her and asked her to make the pick. She should be in the red on the bottom. I am in the red. I only got 2. She got 2. Mike got 3. And you guys got, not you guys, I chose Marcy, got 2. So everyone did bad. Everyone did bad because week 18 is impossible to call, right, Mike? Because people aren't playing. Who's playing for what? Are people playing their players? You just don't know. That's why I picked Kansas City, because I'm like, yeah, it's 10 points. I know the Broncos are playing for everything, and I know Kansas City's resting, but I figure they'll keep it close. The Broncos blew them away. It was insane. I made a mistake. I don't know why I picked the Falcons and the Buccaneers. I meant to pick the other. I don't know why because the way I picked Kansas City, I meant to choose the other ones. I don't know why I think I made them early in the week, and I meant to change them because that was such a no-brainer that the Panthers and the Saints would keep it close. Because if you're going to pick Kansas City, you pick them all that way, And that Bengals one is wrong. That's not plus 17.5. I don't know where I got that line either. That wasn't the line we were using. So I don't know what I did. Remember, we were on break, so I guess I was taking it easy. So I'm stopping sharing again, and now we will do our picks for this week, which is right here. I am sharing it now, Michael.
There we go.
So yeah, I went through Nick again this week. These are the matchups. This is the playoffs. The Super Wild Card Weekend, which is always a lot of fun, starts on Saturday. And it's so funny. I was setting this up beforehand, and I knew I was almost going to tell you guys. I was like, let me take a screenshot of what I did before they even announced it. The Texans always play at 4:30 on Saturdays. It always starts with the Texans because it's the one no one cares about. So I knew that was going to be the 4:30 game. I just didn't know who they were playing. So it all opens with the Texans and Chargers on this Saturday. And I don't mind telling you the Texans are underdogs at home, but I am absolutely taking the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh. And I mean, I know the Texans have been playing good, but last year was a little better. They're a little off this year. I love the Chargers in that game. Mike?
I'm thinking the Chargers as well. Texans aren't very good.
They are. I mean, he's having what's his name? CJ Stroud. Anonymous saying somebody's playing the recorder. It's reminding her of David Tell in the apartment next door. CJ Stroud had a great year last year. He'll be good again, but I think he's having a sophomore a little slump. It's not as good as last year. So Nick picked the Chargers. I have my listing here for him. And what are you guys saying? I see Chargers.
They're going Chargers as well.
Yeah, I see 2 Chargers, and let's go. Everybody's picking the Chargers on the road.
Oh, yeah, pick another team.
That what?
Nothing. I had to do something.
So next we have the Baltimore Ravens against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now these two teams know each other extremely well. The Ravens are awesome, and the Steelers, who in a regular season game, I would take that 10 points and bet $1 million on the Steelers because their games are always in the threes. But for some reason, this is a really tough one. The Steelers have not been playing well. They've lost their last 5 games. So this is really tough. I really don't know what to do. Mike, do you want to go first?
I was going to go Ravens.
That's a lot of points for a playoff game. Nick is picking the Ravens too. I almost have to pick the Steelers, but who's the guy from the Seahawks? That's the Russell Wilson is just, you're right. You know what? I'm taking the Ravens too. He's just not bringing it. He is not the same guy he was in the middle. Maybe he just is worn out from the season. These guys play each other so close all season, and I don't know. I guess I'll take the 10 too. I know Anonymous is saying everybody's saying Ravens. Okay, so we're all in agreement so far.
Yeah.
And then we go to Sunday at 1:00, and then Saturday I'll be at the Devils game. If anybody's going to be there, say hello. So I won't be missing that game. But Sunday afternoon with the Bills and the Broncos. Now that ought to be good. So you got Mork as the Broncos guy here and Buffalo Wings. And the Bills are favored by 8.5. Now that one, I'm going to take the Broncos. Broncos are playing very well. And in the playoffs, the Bills aren't. I don't think they're going to light it up. I think they could even lose. But I think they'll win. But I'm going to take the Broncos. Mike?
Well, they're playing in Buffalo, right?
Yes.
I'm going to go with the Bills.
Probably the smarter move. Nick is going with the Bills as well.
I just think the weather is going to play a factor.
Perhaps, but Denver's used to weather.
No, they're not used to Buffalo weather. It's very different.
That's true. So I see 3 Bills. Okay, you guys are going the Bills. I'm the only difference. And then at 4:30, we have, I don't know if you can see what I put here for Green Bay. It's that 70s showcast. And of course, Rocky, we have the Eagles -4.5 over the Green Bay Packers.
Oof.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, they're both not great.
The what?
They're both not that great. So.
Well, right. It's a great matchup because they're not that great, even though the Eagles should be better. And they do have Saquon Barkley, who is a difference maker. But the Packers have been playing so well. So do I see the Eagles winning by 7? Or do I see them winning in a thriller? No, I do see them winning. Remember last year, I think the Packers beat the Cowboys and moved on.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the Eagles. The chat's go with the Eagles as well. Squarepy likes the Packers, but he's outvoted.
Nick is also going with the Eagles. I know Justin Love hurt his hand last week, but I don't think that makes a difference. I'm going to go with the magic of Saquon Barkley. Yeah. That guy's been incredible. Playing in his first playoff game, I think. Oh, no, he played with the Giants that year, but I think he'll be the difference maker.
You know what? We have someone else voting this time. It's different. He's saying, and we're kind of tied. I think the chat's going to go with Packers instead.
You talking about this guy, Ice Ham Jello?
Yeah.
Peter Schrader picked the Super Bowl winner correctly 6 years in a row. He picked Green Bay to win it all at the start of the season. That's why we're changing it?
Yeah, well, they're 2-2. So
I see. All right. So we'll let you guys pick the Packers. I will remember. And then we have a really interesting game. Super fun. The 8:00 Sunday night game. the Tampa Bay Bucks against the upstart Washington Commanders. Oh boy. Tampa Bay almost lost last week. I mean, they just shit the bed, but Washington also almost lost. So, oh boy, can't you see Washington getting out of here with a win? But because it's only 3, I'll take the Bucks at home. Oops. Uh-oh, now I've done it.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I can go back either. I pressed the wrong thing. How do I go back?
I'm gonna stop sharing. There you go. Well, stop sharing and reshare it again.
Oh, I have to stop again? Okay.
I guess that'd probably be the easiest way to do it.
Sorry, everybody.
Scruffy saying skins. Anonymous said you can't say it anymore. You can say skins.
We all went.
That's what they should have done. They should have just changed their name to
the
Skins with a Z, and that would have been great.
We all went Ravens too, right? And then I went Broncos. Everybody else went Bills.
Yeah.
Skins with a Z. That's hilarious.
Awesome.
All right. So, right. Eagles.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I picked. Damn it! It's my fault. I guess I must have screwed up the. I won't. Oh my God! I'm so mad at myself. All right, I won't pick them all again. We'll just start with.
Yeah.
Did I just? Oh
I don't know.
God! I just closed it up. I'm sorry, everybody. I am a mess.
Washington Skins. It kind of rolls off the tongue, right?
Oh my God! I am clicking all over the place. Can we cut this out?
Sure. Well, I mean, we're just talking about the skins right now, right?
I can't find it. Where's my? Oh, I have to leave it up.
What would their logo be? Just a big S and a flesh-colored S.
I do like the skins of the Z. All right. I'm sharing again. All right, I'm not pressing the Bucks this time, even though it says I should be able to. Do I dare?
I would.
Well,
not.
what do you want? Let's see if that works.
I'll just go with the Bucks.
Okay. Okay. Nick is picking the Commanders. And what is everybody picking here?
Oh, we're going Bucks. Just at least 4.
Are you sure you don't want to go with the Skins as the comedy?
I mean, that would be pretty funny. Skins.
Look, why don't we do that just for comedy purposes?
We're the Skins.
I'm not pressing mine. And then finally on Monday night, which I will be eating chicken wings and watching that game, we have the LA Rams against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, it's a strange game because the Minnesota Vikings shit the bed on Sunday, but they are, 15-3. I mean, and they have to go on the road. It's insane. But I hate Sam Darnold and I want him to lose, so I'm going to pick the Rams because he used to be a Jet. Thank you, Mike.
I think it's going to be the Vikings.
Yeah, probably the right move. Makes a lot of sense. It'd be weird if they just got kicked out of the playoff in the first round after winning so many games. But the Rams have been playing great. And Nick picked the Vikings as well. And what do I see over here? I see Rams. I see 1 Rams. Now I'm just pressing all the ones again, just in case, so I can, for my own benefit. What are they picking on the chat here?
Looks like Rams. But the Commanders they're going to change their name again, right?
I believe so. Yeah, now they have the new owner, my cousin's friend.
Let's go Skins. Let's go.
Okay, so they're picking the Rams, and we'll leave mine off, but we know that I'm picking the Bucks.
Yeah.
There it all is. For the first super wild card weekend in the league where they play for pay. Sorry about that, everybody. That was annoying as hell. So, why don't we go to the slides? Mike, can you play the promo? right, I'm sharing, Mike. I have the first picture up on the screen,
There
which
we go.
is Times Square, New
Yep.
Year's Eve, right?
Yep.
You can see all the people. I guess they were on a rooftop. You can see how rich they are because they're all wearing jackets and ties and tuxedos, like as if it was like the 1920s. And I don't know. That's that's when you're rich. I guess that's what you have a party like that, which would be fun. And I don't mind telling you, I'd like to go to that one day. Is that Molly in the green jacket? What green jacket are we just talking about?
Mhm.
And this again, Times Square. I mean, I was there one time, and one time was enough. I mean, I don't know how fun it is in this day and age with everything being all dangerous and stuff, but it was fun in the 80s. One
you
time.
don't like to wear a diaper?
Yeah, right? That's what I heard people do now. I don't know who this woman is. I just took this photo because you see how everybody's on their phones?
Mhm.
It's when you do that, you're missing the moment. Why are you there live? You're ruining the moment. Look at everybody on their phones. They want to capture, but why capture it? You're there live. You're ruining it. It's like a joke.
Yeah, when are you gonna watch this video?
Yeah. I mean, I know you can relive it on the video, but it's
Well, yeah, are you gonna watch this again? Are you gonna go
just
back?
it
6
bothers the
months?
hell out of me. I mean,
Remember that
everybody's
time I
just
was there and I took a video of confetti?
it's it's insane. And this pissed me off to no end. This lady bought her fucking dog. She should be arrested. I don't know who she is. That's the cruelest thing you could do to this poor little dog. It was raining raining but forget that. Why would you bring a dog to a crowd scene like that? That dog had to be terrified.
Maybe
Am
the
I
dog
wrong on that?
I agree with you.
I know you're a dog. You have a dog, Mike. Can you
Yeah,
imagine bringing your dog? I know it's too big, but I'm saying I think this is animal abuse completely, and I think this woman should be arrested. Dogs hate fireworks. Exactly. They hate fireworks. They hate loud noises. This is just so cruel. It pissed me off to no end. This is just beautiful. Fireworks over right by the Statue of Liberty, which is so nice, all in New York City. And take a look at some of the other countries that had stuff. Or this is in Las Vegas. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, they're made for New Year's Eve every night. So that just looks terrific. Great photo. I love this kind of stuff. And this is Hong Kong.
Ooh.
Look how beautiful that is. 2025. What are your platform? Yeah, that's I guess I should save that picture, Anonymous. This is London. It looks like right out of Peter Pan, with Big Ben there.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are drones and fireworks, right? No.
What?
No, I didn't know. I thought those might be drones, like how they do the drone light shows.
Oh.
But they're not. They're just fireworks.
Well, those aren't, but maybe there's drones around.
Yeah.
And this is in Sydney, Australia. With our friend who lives there. Although we could say he lives there, but that could be like living in Los Angeles and somebody says, "Oh, Juskow lives by there." So, I don't know. But that looks beautiful. That's the Opera House.
Yeah.
And there's in Dubai, which just looks so lovely and clean. And if they like Jews better, I would totally go there because it just looks really nice and open and not crowded. And it looks like a place Dave Juskow would like. Their hotels are posh. Everything looks clean and nice.
They hate Jews and legalize slavery. Yeah, that's great.
They don't hate Jews as much as a lot of the other places. Like the Arabs are getting along a little better, but still got to be a little worried. I mean, my last name's okay, but I wouldn't send Rachel Feinstein over there.
You just don't want to work for them over there because it's technically.
I know, but you could make so much money.
Yeah, and they don't let you leave the country.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. But maybe it's okay to stay there. I don't know. Anyway, look at this. The pyramids in Egypt. Isn't that great?
That's
now
nice.
that would be an interesting New Year's, even though they also hate Jews. But you know what? Where are you going to go where they don't? Well, New York City. And they still hate them, but we have a lot of and this is in China. It's just different than fireworks. They just send up heart balloons, which I think is really nice. And this is where everything turns. This is Syria, which, as you knew, just became different and free, and they just have pretty much the Ralph Wiggum sparklers. They have nothing going on. And then, of course, as you know, because we've been talking about this, the Philippines is actually the Ralph Wiggum sparklers. And so they've had two tsunamis, and I mean, at least these kids are smiling. But
that might just be for light. That might not be for celebration.
What?
That might just be for illumination, not celebration.
You might be right. I know it looks like Harry Potter's wand, so at least they're smiling. So it's definitely lame, but it is a country that's been hammered with weather.
Yeah.
And here's in the Ukraine, and they have sparklers. I mean, it's like all these countries that are going through bad times all have sparklers. It's really fucking sad. Even though that's a nice picture when all the crap is going on there, right? That's right. A week late, sometimes it's the simple things. And here's in India where they don't even bother. They're just using their phone lights. I can't decide if that's better or worse. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's different, but it seems lazy.
They're just taking a picture of someone's cleavage.
Yeah, that's probably all it is.
Show me your bumps.
And here, of course, Jimmy Carter died this past week on December 29th, and he made it to 100. Normally, everyone we know never makes it, but he made it to 100.
Yeah. He had a rough last few months too. He was
he didn't look good, but interesting guy. Did a lot of good for this nation, and just today they think they were still having services and stuff. So I wonder how Trump will be treated.
Well, even just compared to H.W. Bush, where people were done within 2 days, they're like, all right, he's done.
I don't know. You make a big deal about presidents, no matter who they are. I think they did the same thing for Nixon.
Carter just meant like people seem to care more.
They definitely seem to care more.
But he also did more. So
this was the Bills, and I only put it up because it's like the worst thing because they're having the greatest celebration. The crowd's going crazy. Everybody's in a good mood, but it's just after they intercepted Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. So this is like the worst photo for me ever. And that was a horrible game. They lost like 40-0, 40-14. It was absolutely awful. This is some game called Sabuto. It's a soccer thing, like in Europe. And this is in a guy's house, and he has this entire crazy game board in it where, I don't know, it's probably like that game Strategy. What's that one they play on Seinfeld?
Risk.
Where him and Newman are.
That was Risk.
Risk. It's probably like that, but it's for soccer, and it's really stupid. And this guy opens up his house once a year so everybody can play in this stadium-like stupid thing. Here are the things you're putting on the, but the weird thing is I've never heard about it at all. Who's the one that lives in London? A week later, Scruffy.
Well, Scruffy lives in Manchester.
But you know what I mean. I meant So Scruffy, what is this? What's it called? This is the Sabuto World Cup. I mean, they got a bunch of jerk-offs actually playing this game, and there's a champion.
Are you saying?
I mean, it just looks so dull and boring.
It's Subbuteo.
Yeah. You flick the little players at the ball, right? You flick the players like tiddlywinks. You actually flick these things. It just seems stupid to have a competition,
Well, it's better than Magic the Gathering.
This is like cornhole competitions, like I'm like, really? And
here we go.
This is a festival in Peru, which it's called Takana Kui, which actually means to hit each other. Yeah. And this is some sort of ritual in Peru. This is like these people don't hate each other. It's actually some sort of festival. This is when people have gone insane with their festivals. Insane. I mean, No, who's coming up with this? Who's
Well, it's
coming
like
up with this?
resolving conflict.
I guess, but
I just love the wrapped fists and pretty and frilly dresses.
I know.
AKA high school in South Texas. So
Exactly. Stupid. And this is the last one I just took. It's a picture of Rita Ora on New Year's here in Times Square, and she is just gorgeous. So, but meanwhile, she's holding that stupid New Year's Rockin' Eve microphone. It's a Dick Clark's New Year's Eve with Ryan Seacrest. That's what it's called. My God, that is the worst show. But is she not pretty, or is she not pretty? She is goddamn pretty. That's not Nate Bargatze, is it?
no,
Oh, okay.
No, nothing like him.
So that's the final picture. Just some New Year's pictures to ring in the new year.
The rockin' New Year.
Apparently in New York City, it poured and thundered. I thought I was dreaming it. Like I said, I took a NyQuil, so I was out of it. And I was like, I can't be dreaming that. Why would it rain and thunder on New Year's Eve? But I think that's what happened. People told me it did. Nate, no, it's Bargatze, not Ben Gotze.
Nate Benghazi. What the heck?
Okay, he definitely spelled that wrong.
No, Nate Bargatze.
Right. Okay. He seems like a nice guy. Do you know him? I don't know him.
I've met him a few times. He is very nice.
Yeah, he seems nice. I mean, I think that's his whole
He doesn't believe in dinosaurs, but he's nice.
Is that what?
Doesn't believe in dinosaurs, but he's nice.
Is that true?
Something like that, yeah.
What do you mean? He's like a creationist, like his religious
Kind of,
beliefs?
yeah.
Or boy. You don't believe in dinosaurs. That's well, that's insane, right?
I mean, that's where he's from.
What, just because there's no proof? But there is proof. There's so much proof. Just because there's no video? Yipes. Well, anyway, it's funny that guy's successful with those kind of beliefs, but I guess that's what can happen in this country, and that's the beauty of it. Anyway, folks, I've had a lovely time with you this evening, and it's great to be back. Next week, we'll also be remote again because of weather issues, I believe. Right, Mike?
Yeah, I'll still be in Texas next week, and my sister's having a baby.
Oh, that's right. And Mike's sister's having a baby. How about that? How many people knew Mike had a sister? Show of hands. So that's good news. She live in Texas too?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
She runs the state park in Lockhart.
She runs what?
The state park in Lockhart, Texas.
She runs the state park?
Yeah, she's in charge of it. I don't know what the position is called, but
wow. That's like a serious job.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so interesting. I've never heard of such a thing before. Do you go to visit her at work and like hang out in the office in the park?
I haven't been there yet. So it's not like right by me, so I haven't been there.
That sounds awesome. I like that. Anyway, Mike, where are you going to be playing this week?
Well, tonight I'll be at the Creek in the Cave doing the Optimus Noctis for Sean Gardini and Linda Lee. I'll be at the station this weekend now that I'll be in town in San Antonio, Texas.
For me, I don't have anything this week. Next week, I will be at Don't Tell Mamas on Wednesday the 15th. So we'll talk about that next week. Me and Alon together. And that's pretty much it, I guess. We'll have a guest next week, I suppose. Maybe somebody like Molly or somebody, because I like having her once a month. We all enjoy her company. Other than that, I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year. Actually, I'd love to know what you guys did. If you have any New Year's pictures or Christmas photos, send them around for next week. I'd love to see it. I always ask for them, and nobody ever sends. But it would be nice. And otherwise, remember the Comedy Cellar. Come to the Comedy Cellar if you want to see some serious comedy like tonight. And other than that, I hope everybody has a great week. And Mike and I will see you next week in this exact same situation at this exact bat time here at Comedy Cellar Tuesdays. Good night, everybody.